Hey all, this is Reverend Keyes, and I am here in Paris, France. That's where I'm at right now. And this is my tribute show for a gentleman that just passed away, John Mayall, the godfather of British blues. So he passed away, and this whole episode is going to be dedicated to John Mayall. Love that man. I actually saw him live, and I have an interview with him. I don't. Rick Keyes has an interview with John Mayall that he's looking for at the moment. Rick Keyes is still in, where is he at? He's still in Osai, California with his cast of characters. But I brought some characters from Osai with me. Let's see who we got here. Okay, so you see the Eiffel Tower. So we are in France right now, and I am Reverend Keyes. And if I didn't show you my shirt, that's it, Reverend Keyes. In God we trust, in God I trust. Rick Keyes trust the whole Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show. Trust God, and we all believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. So, leaving at that, that may be cut out by the people on YouTube, but. Oh well. So anyway, so that is It Keyes back there. It Keyes is wearing his, well, I can't say his. It Keyes is wearing the Thing's ice cream glasses that the Thing got from the witch, Nancy. So he's wearing those here just to be a little different. In Paris, you see the Eiffel Tower right there. And oh, did I tell you what it is? It is a non-binary. Meaning that it is not sure if the Thing is a leprechaun, a human being, or an alien from outer space. Been having some issues with Bunny. Thought that the Thing was a bunny there for a while. So he's there showing you the Eiffel Tower. And well, why are we here in Paris, France? Well, actually, the three of us. There is a third one here. Sorry. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, they're American. Okay, so we're all here at the beach down here in downtown Paris. We're in downtown Paris near the beach, and we've kind of set up camp. So that's me, Keyes. He's got his patriotic hat on. Took his wetsuit off finally. Can you read what that says? Can't read it, but anyway, so that's me, Keyes. And if you didn't know, me, Keyes is non-binary. Also, me, Keyes, not sure if the Thing is a citizen of the USA, illegal immigrant, or an illegal immigrant from outer space. So that's he's the Thing is here. There's it. I'm here. And by the way, while you're up here, guess who's followed us here to Paris, France? That's right, the Chinese spy balloon. Of course, they think it's Rick Keyes here in Paris, but in reality, it's me, Reverend Keyes. So dumb shits. Excuse me, Father. Dumb bunnies. So anyway, there's the Chinese spy balloon. So they're over here in Paris at the Olympics near the beach with all of us. And of course, the illegal immigrants from outer space, they have an interest to see what's going on. Can you see them? You got to see their faces. Let me see. Can you see their faces? No, but they're happy faces. Okay, maybe you can see it. There. So they're investigating the Chinese spy balloon. Oh, and by the way, there goes another one of those errant, how many? 100 trillion Iranian rockets and missiles that were sent at Israel. That's one that's still zooming around the globe. It almost hit there's a bird up there, almost hit a seagull and might hit that Chinese spy balloon. So anyway, back to the tribute. So that's what's going on. I am Reverend Keyes, as I just mentioned, but I do have to wear this hat because Rick Keyes wants to make sure that everyone out there knows that this is the Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show and not the Reverend Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show. So that's why I have to wear the hat. So we are going to play tribute to John Mayall, and Rick Keyes said he did see John Mayall live and he interviewed him. So we're going to start off with some music, early music from John Mayall. And John Mayall is always had like these super great guitars playing on his band. So this early one, Blues Break, John Mayall and the Blues Breakers with Eric Clapton. And there's kind of a touching little talk that Eric Clapton gives about John Mayall in this playlist. So keep your eyes open. This was like in the 60s or like 68, somewhere around there. I couldn't find the date on it. All right, then he had another one that came out that's older stuff. It's called Bare Wires. And I think at this point, he's starting to change up. I don't think Eric is with him anymore. I think it might be with Mick Taylor at that point. Okay, and then we get into the 70s. These are just the CDs that Rick Keyes had, sorry. 1975. So that was the early stuff, 68 to 70. Now we're into 75 to, what is that, 82. So there's some cool songs on here from John Mayall. Now he's switching up since Eric Clapton is gone. There's people like Coco Montoya, Mick Taylor, Walter Trout. Other people are starting to join his bands. So anyway, now this is how well Rick Keyes set this up for me. He actually has dates on these. So in 1993, John Mayall doesn't have the Blues Breakers anymore. He's got an album here, Wake Up Call. You see that? So you're going to hear some music from that. 1993. 1995, John Mayall again by himself. No Blues Breakers with Spinning Coin. Some good music on that. Rick Keyes has a lot of John Mayall music. All right, and 1997, another John Mayall, still no Blues Breakers. Right there. See him changing a little bit. Cool looking dude. John Mayall. 2001. Now we're into 2001. John Mayall, remember he had all the great guitar players. He had people like Coco Montoya, Walter Trout, Eric Clapton, Mick Taylor, and others. And so now that was parts of the Blues Breakers at one time. Some weren't Blues Breakers, but the early ones were the Blues Breakers. So John Mayall in 2001, he teams up with a bunch of other people that love him and loved his music. So he came out with this. It's called Along for the Ride. John Mayall and Friends. I don't see if you can see some of the names in there. I can't read them really well, but a lot of famous people, blues people, played songs with him. So this one's really good. You're going to hear some music off that. 2001. All right, now we're into 2005. And this is before I even really heard of John Mayall. I mean, I heard a couple of his songs, and all of a sudden, I've got all these. Well, Rick Keyes has all these CDs. Oh, look at this. 2005. It's John Mayall and the Blues Breakers again. So they came back. Road Dogs, whole different group of people than what started. Okay, well now Rick Keyes, he used to be a internationally known on-air college radio personality over at KCR Radio in San Diego at San Diego State, if you didn't know. And they were at one time the #1 college radio station in the United States, believe it or not. But that's when Rick Keyes was there. I wasn't there. I was busy doing holy stuff. So anyway, 2018, Rick Keyes is over at San Diego State. Got his show, got a following. Everyone loves him. And he got some really cool music from John Mayall. So now it's no longer the Blues Breakers. Now it's just called the John Mayall 3 for the Road. And he's got 2 different people there. So the 2 people that you see right there, let me see if I can read their names. So it's Greg Rezar, R-Z-A-R, and he is the guitar player. And then there's Jay Davenport. He's the drummer. So you have a Caucasian there and African-American there. So the guy with the guitar is obviously the Caucasian, and the person that isn't is obviously the African American origin of some sort. So that's been his band for quite some time. Did I do that correctly, God? All right, so that was 2018. First time I heard John Mayall. Loved him since. Then what was his next one? Oh, his next one was Nobody Told Me. And again, John Mayall, now he's in his like late 80s. So he recently died. If you didn't know, that's what the tribute's about. John Mayall died about 4 days ago. He was 90 years old, and he was performing almost all the way till the end. I mean, I didn't, but Rick Keyes actually was able to see John Mayall at one of his last shows at the Belly Up, and Rick Keyes has kindly allowed me to use some of those videos. This gets tough sometimes. Rick Keyes sometimes allows me to use videos that he has for my shows. So anyway, you love that voice. I like it myself. All right, John Mayall, Nobody Told Me. This was his next one after 2018. And he actually teamed up with people like Joe Bonamassa, Todd Rundgren, Stephen Van Zandt, and others. See that? He's got that blue shirt. I think I've seen him in that blue shirt almost every time. All right, so that's our man, John Mayall. I think he was probably 87 there, 86, 87, 88, somewhere around there. Anyway, so that's him. And actually, Rick Keyes told me kind of a poignant story. He told me that Rick Keyes did do an interview with John Mayall. He's trying to figure out how to like transfer it from MP3 to something, whatever. He doesn't know how to do it. But anyway, he does have a full interview there, and it's quite interesting. But anyway, John Mayall actually found out that Rick Keyes' wife had passed. And John Mayall, after doing the interview, he sent me another one because I thought I lost his original John Mayall. So he sent me another one, and he signed that saying, well, he sent it to Rick, signed it saying best wishes to Rick Keyes. So I've always kind of cherished that. Well, Rick Keyes has always kind of cherished it. I cherish Rick Keyes. You know, it gets confusing with this triumvirate. You got Rick Keyes, Reverend Keyes, and then there's one other. Well, there's several others. But anyway, let's continue now. Last but not least, we've got John Mayall, The Sun is Shining Down. This was the last CD that Rick Keyes actually received. If there was one after that, he's not sure. But anyway, John Mayall, and as I said, Rick Keyes has some actual videos in here, and you're going to hear music from all of those different albums from 68 to today, almost today. Anyway, so stay tuned. Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show coming up, and I am Reverend Keyes, and we are here to pay a tribute to John Mayall, the godfather of British blues. So stay tuned. Y'all know how to listen. Go to Rick Keyes Music Caravan on YouTube. Subscribe, ring the bell, chime that bell. Thumbs, do the thumb thing, and also like. And also you can get it on Facebook if it's still there. Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show. So stay tuned. British blues coming up.